Let us each one teach one. Let us grow together. Because like I said, growing is hard. This shit is scary. I'd rather do it with a group of us, a community. That's what I'm trying to build here, where we can do it together versus being out here feeling like you in it alone. Because that's the worst feeling in the world. And we don't have to be alone. We have to open up our mouths and say what we need and go after it. And that's what we doing all 2025. I'm right here with y'all. Y'all cousin is right here with y'all, holding y'all hand every step of the way. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Brii Renee, straight from the A. If you're not new here, welcome back, cousins. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You are not a cousin if you're not subscribed. I don't know why y'all don't understand that. But anyways, this will probably be the last video of the year like this, unless y'all want me to keep these going and y'all give me topics that y'all want me to cover, because these were my replacement for doing Vlogmas. I just dropped these once a week to give y'all a little extra Brii, a little extra me, you know what I mean, during this holiday season. So I wanted to talk about things that I am going to stop doing or work on going into the new year. So I had me a little list. I had to make me a list because I really wanted to take some time to like think about it, be introspective, you know what I mean? Really think about what that looks like and how I can be a better version of myself and things that I feel like have held me back during this year. I'm being a little vulnerable, being a little honest, transparent with y'all about what I can work on, because every year, there's always room for improvement. And I feel like this year was so hard and so trying for not just me, but so many people out there that we have to give ourselves a pat on the back for even making it through. And this year was a year to build a lot internally, personal, character-wise. You know, a lot of us had to do a lot of soul searching, digging deep, being strong, pulling through the hard times. We had to make it work, okay? With that, when you go through tough seasons, you learn the most about yourself. And I feel like I learned a lot about, you know, how I can be better with myself. I can be more honest and vulnerable and transparent with my growth process. And I want people to know that growth does not always feel good. People make it seem like growth, let's grow, let's grow, let's grow. It's so beautiful, it's so bright. It's gonna be like flowers blooming in the spring. Yeah, but the rain comes before the flowers bloom. And a lot of people don't talk about that. A lot of people don't express how painful or dark growth is. Before that flower could push through the surface of the ground, it was alone, it was dark, it was cold, it was in a little seed, it had to be watered, and it had to break out of that seed. That breaking out part is the hard part. That part is painful. It does not feel good. It's not comfortable. You have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable when it comes to growing. So growing is not the most beautiful thing in the world. It's not. It gets ugly, it gets grueling, it gets painful, and it's hard. But with that, you learn so much about yourself and you learn how you can be better. So these are some things that I realized that I need to learn to do better on going into the new year. I'm definitely doing better with my time management. I have gotten a lot better this year, but I want to continuously get better. Like, even if it's by 5 or 10%, just a little bit better. I realized that I will wake up early for something and then I will sit in the bed or lay around on my phone and then make myself late. Or I'll pull up early to something and sit on the phone and make myself late. Like, you was already early. So it's really not the time management. Honestly, it's about this phone. Learning how to unplug from that phone and not let the phone distract you. I want to do better about not spending so much time on the phone and spending more time doing things like being prepared, being organized, reading, vlogging, doing things like that, so that I'm not always like ripping, running, and ultimately throwing my nervous system out of whack because I'm operating from a high stress level or high cortisol levels, and now I feel all crazy on the inside. You know what I mean? I also want to do better about simply saying no. There's so much power in your no. You are not obligated to do everything and anything for everybody. And I have been getting better. This was the first year that I actually practiced saying no. When people invite me to things, they're like, do you want to come? I'm like, no. That's the best that I've gotten. When people ask me about going to places or doing things that I genuinely don't want to do this year, I have literally been saying no. But I also want to say no to certain opportunities that aren't aligning with me, because all money ain't good money. And I feel like I've been in a season where I've been operating from lack. So I've been open to receiving every opportunity that comes my way. And you don't gotta take every opportunity, because now you're taking away from time you could be doing other things that you really want to do. And you have to give up something in order to put something else on your plate. So just learning the power of saying no and really realizing that I can delegate my energy better if I'm learning to say no to things that truly aren't gonna fulfill me or serve me. The next thing I want to work on is my negative self-talk. This year, I would say I've gotten better the last 6 months of this year, but it became more aware to me how bad I was the last 6 months of this year. Okay, let me take that back. I didn't get better yet. I want to get better. I became aware within the last 6 months of the year how bad my negative self-talk was. And to the point that I'm like, why am I always sad? Or why do I always feel like I'm not good enough, or I'm not doing enough, or I haven't achieved enough, or I'm not juggling these things good enough? It's because you are judging the F out of yourself. You are being your hardest, worst critic. And it wasn't until, shout out to my co-host, Willie Moore Jr. from our show, Truth Talks. He called me one night and he was like, you gotta stop being so hard on yourself. Like, I think you're really, really hard on yourself. You're your worst critic. And I know a lot of us are, but we have to work on that, because you actually will begin to exude what you're internalizing on the inside. And as a man thinketh, so he is. So if you think the worst of you, you're gonna be the worst of you. Start thinking better about yourself. Start thinking more positively about not only yourself, but the way things can work out for you. I'm praying and I'm gonna practice saying over and over and over, God, show me how good it can get. And I love me and my affirmations, you know what I mean? Because I have to truly begin to believe those things again about myself. I've been so hard, and I think I attribute a lot of that to being in a toxic relationship, because that person was so negative and said so many really negative, nasty things to me that I began to believe them about myself. And it was like, no, that's how you feel about you. And you can't allow the world or people or social media or comments to tear you down, because you have to continuously build yourself up. It takes a lot for all of us to get up every day, put on our game face, and really be the best versions of ourselves. And you have to give yourself credit for that, for showing up regardless, okay? We're checking that negativity at the door. The first time you think it, the first time you feel that, check it and then correct it. We're not doing that this year, because that's what's holding us back, and we can't afford for nothing else to keep us back from where we need to be. So we checking all negativity at the door, starting 2025. I'm really starting now, but these are things that I'm going to be conscious of throughout the entire year. And again, I know I'm not the only one. If I'm this hard on myself, I know a lot of us out there are being just as hard on ourselves, or not giving ourselves credit, or don't even know how to celebrate the wins because you're so used to being mean and nasty to yourself. It's okay to congratulate yourself. It's okay to be kind to yourself. How you gonna teach somebody else how to treat you if you don't even treat you right? If you're mean to you, if you're nasty to you, if you say the worst shit to you, how you gonna be mad at somebody else for doing the exact same thing to you? You gotta start. Princess treatment starts here, okay? Starts with you. So start now and just check it at the door. We're not doing that this year. It's holding us back. And it's really not becoming of you, honestly. The next thing that I'm gonna work on next year is staying debt free. You guys, I went from being almost $70,000 in debt at the beginning of January 2024. I was like $70,000 in debt. And I have chipped away and chipped away and chipped away every single month in my debt. So I am down to only owing like 20 racks, okay? I am like 20, I think I'm at like 22 right now, 25 this entire year. And mind you, I didn't even work for 6 months of the year. So I really sacrificed and stuck to my budget and stuck to my plans. And I could have did a little bit better. But next year, after I'm done paying that last 20, 25 off, I'm going to be back in savings and stacking mode, and I am going to be staying debt free. Okay, I do use my credit cards daily to make purchases. Like everything I buy, I basically buy it on my American Express, and I should probably do a financial video. Maybe I can do that if y'all really want one. But the benefits of using your credit cards and things like that. But I use that to get my points and everything like that. But going into next year, I don't want my balances to be rolling over. I want to be paying everything off every month. My credit is A1. It's not about the credit. It's just, for me, it's about really seeing my money and saving my money. I want to have, at one point I had $100,000 in my savings account. So next year I'm definitely going back up to the 100K. I'm speaking it. Okay, and I'm also staying debt free so I can actually see and feel my money and know where it's at, and not just having it saved, but that way you can invest and make your money make money for you. As long as you in this rat race of paying off debt and paying things off and trying to pay your bills, like, you never gonna actually get to millionaire status. And I'm tired of being at this level. I'm ready for the next level financially, and that means it's gonna require sacrifices from me. That means it's gonna require me to move differently with my money, and that means saving, staying debt free, not overspending, okay? Sticking to your budget, very much sticking to your budget every month. And yeah, let's make this money make money for us, so I can have more time freedom and I can say no to certain opportunities. I'm not just saying yes to them for the money. You feel me? That's the whole plan. That's the goal. So that's a really big one for me next year, is to stay debt free. And I have to make a whole nother like financial video, because there are certain things that I do financially that I have been really good about, like saving 40% of everything I make and certain stuff like that. So if y'all want that video, let me know below if y'all want a video like that, and we can talk about those things. Next year, I want to believe in myself a little bit more and execute every single idea that I have. I'm proud of myself for dropping the merch. That is a step, right? I executed that. I did the rollout for the merch. That was something that I had been putting off all year. So I'm really proud of myself for even executing it. But I want to get to the point where I'm executing everything to the highest ability that I can and sticking to it, because I be having really great ideas and I don't be executing them all the way, because again, negative self-talk. You see how it all play into the same thing? I'll talk myself out of it, or I'll not manage my time enough, so I wait to the last minute, and then I don't give myself enough time to execute. They all kind of coincide. So next year, I definitely want to execute things to a higher ability and do better, you know, with those things. So I really want to push myself to execute every idea that I have, and praying and asking God for discernment. Like, God, if it's just a one-off idea and it just came to me, let me know. If it's something I really need to do, make it burn a hole in my heart so that I can't not do it and not get it done. Give me the vision to execute it, Father God. Show me how you want me to get these things done. Let me know how I can execute it to bring glory about not only to myself, but to your name, to your kingdom. Show me which things I'm supposed to be executing that are in alignment with what you have for me and your will for me. These are my prayers that I'm, thinking about and meditating on within the new year. Also, I want to learn how to do more with less. It's so many people out here that get more done with less, and we be thinking we need a new camera, a new wardrobe, I need this, I need that. Like, we be thinking we need so much to get things done, and you really don't. It's really all mindset. It's really all about will and tenacity and a plan. Every single one of us got a hand that somebody out here praying for, and we'll win with it. And we literally talk ourselves out of it, that negative self-talk. We think that we have to spend so much money to get things done, and we really don't. You're just not executing. You're not using every single resource that you have. You're not exhausting all possibilities. You're not exhausting all avenues first. Or you scared to open up your mouth and ask for help, which brings me to my next point. That's gonna bring me to my next point, y'all. Because I struggle with that, okay? Struggle with that. Struggle bus, I'm driving it, okay? For asking people to help me. And that's something that I'm really trying to break out of next year, is asking for favors, asking for bartering and help. Like, there's so many people that would like access to things that I have, or that would love to partner with me on things, but I'd be so afraid to ask for help or ask for a discount or ask, because I just rather pay people what they worth, and I'd rather pay my way into things. But it's like, that's holding you back. You have resources. Use your resources to leverage your resources. And this is not just me. You got some resources too that you sitting on that you think that ain't nothing. And it's somebody out there who would love to help you in the area you're weak in so they can use that resource that you have that's nothing to you. Like, come on. We gotta get out of that scarcity mindset. Like, I'm really preaching to myself, and I hope that somebody out there hear, but I can't be afraid to open up my mouth this year. I gotta ask for what I want, whether that comes for asking somebody to help me learn how to use my own equipment, or bartering this space and use for something else, or you know what I mean? Like, teach me how to do this, or what did you do? What editing, whatever it is, you have to open your mouth. Open your mouth. You're not gonna get to where you need to get to if you're scared to ask. You're just not. And I'm tired of being in that space. I don't want to be that person no more. I'm tired of sleeping on myself. It's time to wake me up. You feel me? So I'm not doing that going into this year. I'm just not doing it. It's been holding me back so long. And every time I feel like, oh, you need to open up your mouth, I'm gonna force myself to do it. I'm just gonna jump and do it, because that's holding me back. And if it's holding me back, I know it's probably holding y'all back. So that's something else, like I said, not only doing more with less, doing more with what I already have, with the resources that I have, instead of thinking you gotta go out there and buy more, spend more money, or when you get to this certain level, that's when you can do. No, you can do it now. People who are did it with less. You can do it too. I'm gonna open up my mouth and ask for help. I'm gonna open up my mouth and ask to barter and ask for favors and ask. The worst they can say is no. The worst they can say is no. And sometimes that no be a blessing. So don't trip. And with being afraid to open up your mouth, I'm gonna stop being afraid to promote my merch, my studio, everything that I have going on. It's like my events. I be so afraid to like promote. I be feeling like, damn, people gonna unfollow me because all I do is talk about what I got going on. What else the fuck is you supposed to talk about? If it's not for you, you unfollow, and thank God, so the algorithm can send it to who it's for. I don't know when I got into this shy, introverted, not realizing my motherfucking worth mentality, or being afraid to go after the things that I want mentality. We can't be afraid. Go after them full force. Like, whatever it is, we're not holding back this year. Whether you got a product, like I got my merch, like I need y'all to go shop that merch. Please buy a hoodie, buy a t-shirt, come to my events. All of it will be linked below. Find a way to support me. If you love me, please support me. I need my love shown in action, okay? If you love me, support me, okay? And then that way you really see who really for you. You see who is really on your tribe. And if it's any way that I can support you, drop it in the comments. I'm not stingy with my love. I reciprocate. So if you love me the way I want to be loved, baby, I will love you right back. Support me so I can support y'all, you know? And not being afraid to promote what you got going on. I think that has been holding me back as well. I'll be like, I'm so shy about it. We're not doing that. We're not doing it this year. We're just simply not doing it. So these are just a few things that I said I'm not doing this year. I'm not holding myself back in no kind of way. I'm going after it, and I'm not being afraid to be selfish. That's part of my saying no. I'm doing what works best for me. I'm sticking to my schedule. I'm adjusting when necessary, but not often. I'm not overdoing it. I'm prioritizing me, okay? So these are the things that I'm working on, and I'm not doing in 2025. Let me know what you're not doing in 2025 below. Okay, let me know what you're gonna be working on in 2025 below. If it's any of these things, let me know which one of these things resonate with you. If it's something else, let me know, because it might be something that you're not doing that I not need to be doing. Okay, let us each one teach one. Let us grow together, because like I said, growing is hard. This shit is scary. I'd rather do it with a group of us, a community. That's what I'm trying to build here, where we can do it together versus being out here feeling like you in it alone. Because that's the worst feeling in the world, and we don't have to be alone. We have to open up our mouths and say what we need and go after it. And that's what we doing all 2025. I'm right here with y'all. Y'all cousin is right here with y'all, holding y'all hand every step of the way. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That's the end of this video. Like I said, let me know how y'all feeling about all those things in the comments below. Like, comment, please subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. I'm asking y'all to subscribe because I want to get to 50K by my birthday. My birthday is in April. If I could get to 50,000 followers by my birthday, I would really feel like y'all love me the most. So please subscribe. Don't just watch, but subscribe, because that's how I know how many cousins and how we growing. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all the most. Out of every social media platform I have, YouTube has been it for me. Even though I don't have this is the smallest amount of followers I have on any platform. I love y'all the most. Cause we locked in, okay? We cousins over here. We building a family, all right? So until next video, you know, let me know below if y'all want me to keep these going or if there are any topics that y'all want me to cover going into the new year. I just might. All right, I love y'all. Bye. Meditating,